Hi, welcome back. In this video, we are going to learn about test case designing and we'll be going through the practice websites as well. Okay, so in this video, I'll be explaining different concepts like I've been talking about epics user stories, right? First, I will show you how to what are these epics and how we design the epics. Then how we segregate the user stories. Okay, I have designed a few epics and few user stories based on the epics. I'll show you them. Okay, and I have also designed some test cases based on these user stories. I'll show you those test cases as well. Okay, next, after that I'll show you how to design the test cases. Okay, and once we are done, like I'll share you the these demo links, demo website links, where you could practice on designing the test cases. Okay, but in real time environment, what will happen is these use epics and user stories are designed from the derived from the requirements, as I've told you in earlier videos, and these requirements we get from the client. But in the for our practice, I am taking a some demo website, and I have designed some epics and derived some user stories from that, so that we will be able to see how to design these epics and user stories and the test cases based on these user stories. Okay, this is all for our understanding, but in real time we get the requirements from client. Business analyst analyzes these requirements and segregates them into epics and user stories. Okay, now let's go into the topic, guys. So this is the practice website that I have taken. This is the airport car rental, and here we have different types like INR rupees. If I click on it's showing dollars, euro, and etc. Then we have English US. If I click on there are other countries as well. And manage booking, if I click on it, it is asking for email address and reservation number, so that when we provide them, what it would do is it would search for the reservation number and display on the screen. And then we have the sign in. So all this happens only after we sign in, right? And here is a create account link as well, but as this is a demo website, create account is not working fine. Okay, create account is not working fine. So first of all, I'll show you the sign in page, and in sign in, like what would be the epic on sign in and create account, and user story related to sign in. And here we also have a forgot password, so I have designed the user story for this as well. I'll show you that, and I'll show you the test cases that I have designed for this sign in page. Then we will go ahead and design test cases for forgot password. Okay, so all this will be covered in this video. Now the epic one. So as of now, as this is a demo website and this is for our practice, I have taken the epic ID as epic 1. Okay, in general, in the real time, most of the organizations use Jira tool. Okay, in Jira tool, these epic IDs, user story IDs, test case IDs are automatically generated. Okay, automatically generated when we select that particular type. Okay, but as we are not using tool as of now, so we are going to I have designed them in a document, Word document. Now see, I have taken the epic ID as epic 1, and the title as sign in or create an account in airport car rentals. Give me a minute, guys. I'll just close these documents because somehow these were closed. Okay, I'll yeah, this should be fine. I'll open those documents again once again for you. Epic 1. This will open, guys. Give it a minute. Yeah, here is our epic, and the related stories for these are user story 1, okay, then comes is the user story 2, forgot password. Okay, guys, we'll discuss this first, and then we'll see we'll go through next. Okay, first the epic ID I have taken as epic 1, and the title is sign in or create an account in airport car rentals. That is the title of the epic. Okay, so if you could see the description, I mentioned user should sign in with valid credentials, or user should create an account if he or she is new to the application. Okay, that was the thing I have said. Now let's go to the user stories that I have derived from it. User story 1 is sign into airport car rentals. Okay, I have taken the user story ID as user story 1, and the title will be sign into airport car rentals, and the project name is also airport car rentals. Okay, as of now in this case, as a user, what I have mentioned here is, as a user I should be able to sign into the application. Okay, that is what the main criteria is all about. So now the acceptance criteria. What is this acceptance criteria? Acceptance criteria is how user would accept the application, user acceptancy. Okay, now if the application is developed in such a way that user should accept, that is what is the acceptance criteria, and that is what we are mentioning in the user story. The user story itself says that it is a story related to the user acceptance. Okay, now let's go through it. The acceptance criteria that I mentioned here is user should be able to open the application, airport car rentals application, should view the sign in option, click on it, user should view the headers and subheading, user should view email address and password text boxes, user should have provision to enter email and password, user should have provision to remember his or her credentials by clicking on keep me signed in checkbox, user should have provision to reset his password. Okay, so I have taken a screenshot for this in this way, but in the real time what business analyst would do is, business analyst would give us the mockups. These mockups would be designed with the help of the designing team, and those mockups will be placed in the user story. And this is because as the application would be new, it would be for the understanding of developer and testing team. Okay, developer and QA. Now see, you should have provision to reset the password by clicking on forgotten password link. Okay, now I have designed the test cases for this in the first place. I'll show you those. See, I have taken the document in a simplified manner. In general, like in some of the organizations, the document will not be so simple if you are designing in the Excel sheet. Okay, like they would ask to mention the preconditions for every step, and that would be hard, because for most of the steps the preconditions would be same. Then why to repeat it? So I have come up with this document, and if you have access to Jira, or if you know Jira, if you go through it, you will be able to see such kind of format. Okay, but I'll try to show you that format as well, how it would be when we are going to discuss the Jira tool. Okay, so that it will help you understand what it is, like what is the Jira tool and how the test cases would be designed in that, and etc. Okay, now the first one would be the header, that is the project name, then the title, sign into airport car rentals. Then comes is the preconditions. It says like I have mentioned the preconditions in common so that we can design the test steps with ease. Okay, open the URL, click on sign in option or sign in tab, provide valid credentials, click on sign in button. All these are the preconditions. So coming to steps, if you could see, so before going to the steps, the headers are in this way: test steps, test data, expected result, actual result, and there would be another one that is status, which I have to add, but I did not add here. Okay, which I'll show you in the next next test cases that we are going to design. Okay, so what is test data? Test data is the data. Test data is used to test the application actually. Okay, test data is used to test the application. So what is this test data? For example, if you are this is all about sign in, right? So for signing in, what is the test data? What test data we would be using? Email ID and password. That would be our test data. Okay, so in the similarly, if you are going to create test cases or design test cases for create an account, so in create an account, what would be the test data, like username, email ID, password, all this would be the test data in such a way based on the application and the form. Okay, now expected result. What is the expected result? If when user performs an action, he is expected to get some result. Okay, that should be the positive result. For example, so if user is clicking on a button, he should be navigated to some page. That is the expected result. What is actual result? Actual result is when the user actually performs an action, how the system is behaving is the actual result. Okay, the expected result and actual result will vary because sometimes it gets varied because if the application doesn't work properly, then these expected result and actual result vary, and if in such cases the test step or the test case is a fail. Now let's go into the test steps and we'll see what are this. Okay, now test steps. Verify user is able to open the URL, and expected result is user should be able to open the URL. So we will be mentioning in this way because in test steps we'll say verify. Okay, in test steps we'll say verify user is able to perform an action, but in expected result we'll say user should be able to perform that action. Okay, there is a difference that we need to understand. Second step is verify user is able to sign in option. View the sign in option. Yes, user should be able to view the sign in option. Then user should be able to click on sign in. User should be able to verify. Display the sign in window. User should be displayed with the heading and subheadings. User should be able to view the email ID and password text boxes respectively. User should be able to use the valid email and password, provide valid email in the text box. And when user provides a valid email, there should not be any validation like please enter valid email address in such cases. Okay, such type of validation should not be displayed. And if user provides invalid email ID, then user should view the validation message saying please enter a valid email address. Okay, You should be able to log into the application with valid password. If the password is incorrect or email is incorrect, then once the user provides the password and click on sign in button, user should view the error message incorrect email ID or password. Okay, if everything is good, he should be able to sign in. Okay, next, user should be able to let browser remember his credentials by clicking on the tick mark of keep me signed in checkbox. Okay, verify system allows system should allow user to check the keep me signed in checkbox to remember his or her credentials that I told you earlier. Like if user does not check the checkbox, then system should not remember his credentials. User should be displayed with forgotten password link. User should be able to click on forgotten password link, and system should not restrict user to click on forgot password link. Okay. Next, the last one is verify user is able to log in to application with valid credentials. So here I have given the test data. So this is how the test data looks. Okay. So if you want to test the sign in application, the test data would be the valid email address and the password. Okay. These are the test steps and the test cases that are for the sign in application. Now what we will do is, I'll just close this and we'll go to the user story 2. User story 2 is all about forgot password. What is this forgot password? Forgot password is the link that we have seen here. Okay, when we click on sign in, see, this is the header, subheader, and the email password text boxes, keep me sign in checkbox, forgotten password. See, if you click on forgotten password, some window is open, right? So this is our user story 2. Now you might have a doubt. Why are we mentioning in user story 2? Why not epic 2? Yes, your doubt is correct. But where is this forgot password link? It is in sign in option only, in the sign in window only. So when it is in sign in window, why do we need to create a new epic? Already we have epic for sign in, right? We can use that. So we can use that epic and segregate the user story for forgot password. And if you remember, in the epic ID, in the epic 1, I have mentioned the create an account as well. So as the create account is within the sign in page, we can we have added it into the epic 1. Similarly, the forgot password as well. It's a part of the sign in page. Then it should be in the epic. It should be related to epic 1 itself. Now the user story 2. What is this user story 2 is all about? Forgot password. So what is it? We shall go through. As a user, it says I should be able to click on forgot password link to get the reset password link on my email. Okay, user should be able to click on forgot password and you should get an email on get a reset link on an email. Okay, that is all it says. Now, what is the acceptance criteria? Acceptance criteria is involved here. User should be able to view forgotten password link. That's there. You should be able to click on it and reset the password. You should navigate to the forgot password page and view the header and the subheading. You should view the email address text box with the send option. Once user enters the valid email ID and click on send, user should receive a reset password link on email ID. And there should be a closed window link on the forgot password page. When we click on it, it should be closed. Okay, this is all about the forgot password. Now what we would do is, we would go ahead and design the test cases for it. Okay, we'll go ahead and design the test cases for it. Though I'll just zoom in. in for our convenience. Okay, serial number is 1 here again. Just stop it. Serial number is 1. Test step. What would be the test step? Verify user is able to view the forgotten password link. Okay, this is our first step. Is there any test data that we need to enter? No. What is the expected result? User should be able to view forgotten password link. Okay, do we need to enter any actual status and actual result and status? No. As of now, we are not going to enter any actual status and actual result and status. Why? Because we are not testing it as of now. We will not test it. Once we start testing it, then we will enter. So this one would be test case 2, forgot password. Okay, we have saved it. Now the second step comes here is verify user is able to click on forgotten password link. Okay, what I would do is I will just copy it, paste the same here. Okay, user instead of is I will mention should be able to. Now the third step is, what is our third step? Verify user is navigated to forgot password page. User should be navigated to forgot password page. Okay. What is the next step? Verify user is displayed with. So what is our story? User should be displayed with this header and subheading. Okay, displayed with header and subheading. Okay, I'll just wrap this text so that it would be easy for us to view the test case. Next, fifth one is, what is the fifth one? After viewing, user should be able to view the email text box as well. Verify user. I am mentioning U a capital for user if you have observed. Why? It is because user is the person who is going to do all this. That's the reason. Okay, verify user is able to view email ID text box. Should be verify user is able to provide valid email address. User should be able to provide valid email address. What is this valid email address? Let's say some airport car rentals @gmail.com. Okay, this would be our test data. Okay, let's say user has entered this data. Okay, what is our seventh step? Verify user is able to provide valid email address, and we have given it. User is not displayed with validation pre-provide valid email address when given email ID is valid one. Okay, user, oh my god, what happened to this? User should not be displayed with. Okay, this is how we are going to mention it. Wrap this up. After user has provided the valid email address, user should not view the message. In the same way, I'll write here also. Verify user is displayed with, and what happened to it? User is displayed with validation when email is invalid. Okay, also user should be displayed with. Done. And for this I'll give some. That's it. That's the test data. So this is how we are going to design the test cases. Next, ninth one is, what is our ninth one? Verify user is able to click on send button after providing valid email address. Okay, should be able to verify user receives reset password link on his or her email address provided earlier. Okay. Next, what is the 11th one? What is our 11th one? Verify user receives reset password link on his or her email address provided earlier. Okay. Next, I'll say verify user does not receive reset password link on user email address if the given email ID is invalid. Okay, hope you are getting my point. User should not receive reset password link on user email address if the given email ID is invalid. Okay, so this is all about the test cases, guys. Now last step would be verify user is able to reset his or her password with the using the reset password link. Hope you are following, guys. This is all the test cases about forgot password. I'll just change the description. Forgot password. That's it. Okay. Now what we will do is we'll quickly run these test cases and we'll see if everything is gone good or not. Okay. What is our first step? Verify user is able to click on forgot password link. I've clicked on it. We got the link. We are saying forgot password, and I'll just maximize it for our convenience. Forgot password and the subheading that is given here. Here is the subheading. Okay, forgot password as a subheader, and please enter valid email address or something is given as a subheading. We are able to see the email address text box. We are going to provide the email address. Okay, let's say we are going to provide this email address. And what we will do is user should be able to provide we'll do the send. We'll just click on send. So you see the email address is vanished. It means if that email address was valid, we'll receive the user reset link on that particular email address. And if this was invalid, we'll see how the system is behaving. I'll just enter here and say send. This also went. So this is the fail. You'll say system accepted invalid email address and no validation was displayed. Okay, I mentioned it. I'll do one thing. I'll just take it for a little bit and say wrap text. Fine. What is this? It's a fail. Where the user is able to click on send button. After that, okay, this was done. The user receives a reset password. If that email was valid, then he will receive a reset password link. User does not receive reset password link. Okay, if it is invalid, he will not receive. Verify user is able to reset his or her password using the reset password link. Okay, so we are not testing all the other steps because it is a demo application. Once again I am saying, hence we did not test all the steps properly, but this is how it goes. Okay, So this is all about the test case designing, guys. So I'll also show you another epic, that is epic 2, where you will see like it was for the search of the car rentals. So I'll show you that in the application as well. For this part, search for car rentals, I have designed an epic for it, and like I have designed user story also for this epic, and I'll show you both of them, and then I'll share you all these documents in this video. Along with this video, I'll attach them. I want you to go through them once again, go through the video once again, and try to I'll also share you the demo applications where I want you to try to design epics and like go through the application, design epics, design user stories, and then design your test cases, because this would be helpful in when you go to a live environment. Okay, now epic 2 is search for car rentals, and I mentioned as a user I should be able to log into airport car rentals application and search for car rentals in different countries and locations. That's what I have mentioned. And the user story comes here is user story 3, because 2 user stories are done. So this is the user story 3 I have taken. So it says title is search for airport car rentals, given user logs into airport car rentals application when user views the search for car rentals. Okay, user is able to view the, once user views the search for car rentals, he should be able to search it. Okay, it means when user views this part, he should be able to search it, search for the car rentals. Okay, I see one is I'm sorry guys, acceptance criteria 1 is log into airport car rentals application, view search for car rentals, select the country, select the city, and here it's also mentioned if city is not if the country is not selected, city should be grayed out. Select location, if city is not selected, location should be grayed out. Okay guys, so this is what I'm going to attach in the document, so that, oh my god, what happened here? I'll try to take the print screen for this part. I'm trying to take the screenshot for this because we read that in the user story, right? So once I am taking the screenshot, just give me a minute, it's loading. This it's redirecting to the snipping tool. There you will get the